Our spokes gal, Nissa, graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, 11th grade was the toughest 3 years of your life, but you persevered and you made it through. So we're back on the Bronco. I was starting to feel pretty good about this vehicle. And then I put the top back on, and it's rough. You gotta do a lot of work on this. First thing I'm gonna do is, there's a brace under here that's gotta get pushed up. And then I'm gonna zip the sides off, and I got new sides for it. Bronco's just about ready to blow its top.
Where's it going?
Backyard.
Backyard.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lift the top, this back part here. You guys wanna get either side? And then,
Oh, this. Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Can you guys reach that?
We're gonna try.
1, 2, 3. Okay, now you gotta come back. Pick it up, man.
Losing my grip.
You got it, Nick?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you can bring it down now.
In the bottom?
No, like hold it like this.
Okay. I got it.
You got it, Nick?
Yeah.
What's that little lifting with that little bit of ground?
No, I never heard that joke before.
What?
I just made it up.
Little lift without a little ground.
Yeah, I just made that up right now. I've never heard it either. Nice job, Nick.
Yeah, good teamwork.
You did it.
You did too, Jenny. Good team player.
I think Stan's done it on record.
Yeah. I'm gonna. This is nomadergarage. This is Jen and I. We just did our help with Dad with the cover for the Bronco.
Couldn't have done it without you though, Nick.
I
Walking
know.
bicep. Come on, show me.
I know.
Show him. Show him the pipes. Danger. Nick, we can't see it. You gotta back up.
Oh,
Back
it
up.
took us.
Okay, now do it.
Wolverine. This is Wolverine.
Walking bicep. Come on.
I'm going after you,
Show
Bob.
him. Show him. No, you gotta show him the muscle. That's what they're here to see, man. They're not here to see Mr. Cookie Man.
No,
I give
come
up.
on.
I give up.
No, come on. This is.
Wait.
Yeah. Tell me something. Do you bleed? Hey, Dad, your video's still playing. I did some funny acting.
I'll bet you did.
I act like Wolverine, like Jenny's
I
like.
bet it was hilarious.
Jenny's like.
All right, so we got the top separated from the sides, and this is what we're working with. We got a bent bow, that other bow I already straightened out. This is pretty rough. This all needs to be cut out and replaced. Some of this stuff is probably be okay, but a lot of it is gonna have to be cut out, especially on this side. This side's pretty bad. So this is gonna be a lot of work. The alternative is to buy a new one, and that would cost about $2,000 by the time I got shipped here. And that might be the right way to go, but 2,000 bucks, I'm gonna give this a shot. So I got all the edges cleaned up as best I could. Just get a handle of what needs to be replaced. There's quite a bit. So I'm gonna need to get some more metal. That's a little bit of what I got out of here. This piece here, fits up in here, so I gotta make another one of these. And then there's another piece of metal that goes over that, so it's double layered for double the fun. this is what I came up with. Here's the bottom piece that I'm going to spot weld to the ends. And then this piece, which has multiple spot welds, and then this piece needs to get fully welded all the way along this seam. Finished the first side here. Got it all welded in, punched the holes where it attaches to the frame of the windshield. And for comparison purposes, you can see the old one here. Not good. So this is the worst side. This side's not too bad here. Got a few spots in here that need to be replaced. And then this is the second worst side. So all of this metal here needs to get replaced. So I extracted all the bad metal along this side here. And there it sits. I gotta fill in some spots here before I start to rebuild the rest of it. And all of these places that you see bare metal, it's all dents that need to come out. Not deep dents, but just it's dented. This is very thin metal. So I'll probably spend the next hour just pounding that stuff out, getting it smooth. So when we go to paint it, we don't have as much body flow. So what do you say? You came out here in the garage while I was recording.
Yeah, Mom told me not to, but I still did.
Great. Before I could put these strips in here, I needed to address this corner piece here. This is what was in there. And this is a new piece that I'm going to put in. It'll fit something like this. Now that we got this corner situated, we can go ahead and tack in this piece and this piece. That'll finish this side. Side 2 is completed. Everything is welded in. And now we're gonna start on side number 3. This won't be as bad. This corner we already finished. This corner needs attention. And then there's little holes here and there we need to fill in. Well, it's been a long day of welding and grinding and fitting pieces in, but I think we got the perimeter whipped. So tomorrow we're gonna work on installing these braces. It's the next day, getting ready to put stuff together. These braces underneath, and you see a lot of different colors. You may be wondering, what's with all these colors? Well, the green stuff here, this is metal etching primer. So anywhere that I had bare metal, I wanted to get something that would bite right into the metal. The gold stuff is weld through primer. So that's gonna be an area where I attach the sides and I gotta spot weld those in. And then the white color, this is enamel. Nothing's gonna attach here except for they're gonna get flipped over and they lay it loosely on here, and then they're attached with these little ears right under here. So I wanted to get some good enamel on these because they'll never see the light of day again, or maybe again in 50 years, long after I'm gone. So one thing I noticed is the placement of these braces. I was following the shadow where it had been, and it got sprayed over. And unless somebody took this out, this brace here, the second brace, the one towards the back, was an inch off. So it was sitting diagonally. And I don't know if it came from the factory like that or what, but it won't be like that when I put it back together. We got the mounting plates screwed in, both sides. Now I'm gonna attach some rubber to the underside of these braces, like so, using some 3M black super weather strip and gasket adhesives. And that'll insulate the brace from the top, cut down on the noise and vibration. Got the black rubber strips glued down, and while those are setting up, I think I'm gonna go mow the back lawn. It's where the dogs hang out. Good thing there's not smell-o-vision. Look, it's another color primer. I think I've got almost all of the primary colors. Anyhow, got the braces installed, nice and snug. Well, here's the update on the top. The front 1/3, I don't know what happened to this thing. It's just, it had a lot of dents in it. And I don't know if it was, I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea. But I pounded out a lot of stuff from underneath and got it about 90% of the way, and I'm skimming the rest of it. On the back 2/3, it's actually not too bad, and it's got little studs all over it. These are little low spots here where I weld these little studs on with this, and then slide this slide hammer over the stud, and then hammer out the low spots. And that seems to have worked pretty well. So now I'll just grind those off, clean those up, and then we'll keep going. Hey, where are you? Come here. Are you thirsty? Did you get some water? I heard you in the background. Huh? You excited? Where's your water? Where is it? It's right there. Get it. So figuring out the positions for the side pieces of the top and where they're going to mount to the fender. So I took the side piece and put the brace in the back right there, and I threw it up on the Bronco, and then I took some spray paint and I just sprayed it all the little holes there, and that's where I need to drill. I got a bunch of holes drilled in the sides, both sides, where we can plug weld that to the top. So I'm going to put these into place and we'll weld them in. It's hot today in the garage, and it's about 90 degrees. That's hot for Minnesota. Anyhow, we got the sides welded in. I went about 2 inches between each weld, and then welded in some brackets on the corners. There. There. So we got some seam sealer slobbered on all the cracks on here. Getting ready to put a coat of primer on the underside. I'm gonna try this Turbo Blaster paint. I've seen it used on some other applications, and it might work here. It's on the underside, so it's not super critical. I don't think I'd put a top coat down on it. What's up?
Just watching.
You're just watching, okay.
Just watching. I'm entertained.
Anyways, put a top coat on it. I don't think I would use it as a top coat, but I'm gonna give it a shot here on the underside, and then over that we'll actually put pretty decent paint.
You like it? Covered a lot of the area.
All right, I got the bottom side painted. Now we're gonna flip it over. I'm gonna put some high build primer on the other side, block that out, primer sealer, and then paint. This side came out okay. I had a couple runs here and there. It was really hard to, some of these areas were very hard to paint. Got to get upside down, get up in the areas, and so it wasn't really a nice straight shot, but it's over and we will continue. I got 2 coats of high build primer on it. That's been blocked out. Now I put another 2 coats on, so I'll block that out and then put a couple of coats of primer sealer on. It's starting to look pretty good. Pretty smooth where I want it to be. We got it blocked twice with high build primer, and now I've sprayed it with a primer sealer. It's ready to shoot, for better or worse. All right, guys, so we finished spraying the top, and it came out pretty good. There's a couple of little flecks of dirt, or whatever, one spot right there. There's a little here that got stuck in the paint right here. But this stuff is easily sanded out, so I'm not too concerned about it. Thing with shooting the single stage stuff, you gotta, how you shoot it is how it's gonna be. So if you want it to look wet, you gotta shoot it heavy and let it flow, because otherwise it's gonna look dry. The other thing is, conclusion. After doing this project, what have I learned? I guess what I've learned is, if you've got the money, just buy the separate components. Buy the top, buy the sides, buy them separate. They're easy to put together, easy to weld together. I go to Dennis Carpenter. He's got a top like this that's got 4 braces in it instead of 2 braces. And yes, it's expensive, but
I'm gonna go play tennis.
all right, you go play tennis. Thank you. All right. Anyhow, if you got the money, that's what I would recommend. Otherwise, I have seen a couple of used ones come up on Facebook Marketplace, and boy, if they had come up a couple months ago, I'd be tempted to pick one up. There's one in Ohio that's about 4 states away for, I think it was like $1,000. Probably get it a little bit less, and it looked pretty decent, pretty solid. So, but if you don't have the money and you do have a welder, and sheet metal is fairly inexpensive, and there you go. You end up with something like this, and it came out all right. It came out good. It's going to be serviceable. It's going to work. Next step is put it on the Bronco. But before we can do that, I have to paint the back half of the Bronco, because this is going to go on, and it's going to go on one time. So that'll be the next episode.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to nomadergarage. Have a great day and see you in the next episode.
Thanks for being in the audience, little buddy.